Oh, yay.
Yay.
Special VSC-ish show.
Yay. Welcome to the almost most dangerous show of the week, since it's not actually VSC VSC.
Well, but it's still dangerous. It's just not, we're not doing a sale for the whole week.
Yeah.
Bear with us. Stick with us on this, okay? There's a method to the madness. Hi, welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
VSC edition.
Which we already kind of said. Yeah. I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber. We still have to fix that curtain.
Yes.
In sunny, but hard to see because the curtain fell down, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
Yeah, we got, so, story. We have all these people coming up to the shop saying, "Are you open?" Because the filters on the windows make it look dark inside, even though it's very bright in here. Exhibit A. And then we have so many signs on the door about masks and hours and things. And we have a cute little sign for open close that says, like, when we're closed, it says closed but still awesome, because when it's open, it says come on in, we're awesome. But since that doesn't read as open, people are like, I'm overwhelmed by all the messages. And I get that. So we have a light up oval sign that points toward the street this way. And now we have an up and down open sign that points towards the plaza right next to the door. So it's on the panel next to the door, right?
Yeah.
What?
I was going to say,
what?
As a follow-up, I think we had somebody ask yesterday, even with the open sign, if we were open.
I tried. We didn't put it on the door because it has a power cord. We could put it on the door that's closed, but that we usually keep locked, but that has our logo on it. And I mean, we put the open sign as close as possible to the door. Like, we have our double doors. We have our hours in like the white vinyl lettering. And then we have the sign that says open with lights racing around it. So if they can't figure it out, I don't know what else we can do. Anyway, so, but in somehow in putting that up, a curtain that is many panes away from that needs to be fixed. I know there's a story. It's okay.
Trying to find the end of the extension cord.
Oh yes, that would make sense. Here, extension cord.
Which, well, I unplugged the Christmas lights because there was like half the extension cord was going up, but the other half was like twisted.
Oh, yeah. Well, the Christmas lights were already half broken anyway. I should take them down.
No,
the danglies?
No.
No?
The Christmas lights going across the finding an extension cord was an exciting thing.
Well,
and in the process, one of the curtains fell down.
Okay. I know there were some extension cords left from the from the candles.
They were plugged into
the that's my fault.
It was almost a Griswold Christmas Vacation.
I delegated the tasks to Liz and Carol, and yeah, I was like, "There's cords there; it'll be fine." I was a little busy yesterday.
The use of extension cords, not quite, but close to a Griswold Christmas Vacation.
Oh no, I don't want to burn the shop down.
No.
Okay,
just
because there's plug over here. And there's plugs, like there's about 4 plugs in this entire shop. 1,500 square feet, maybe 4 outlets. So, we have to be creative. All right. So, hi. We are on the countdown to our break.
We are.
And that's go ahead, sorry.
Today, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we have 4 business days left.
And then we're off for 5 business days. But when we count the non-business days that would normally be days off around that gives us like 9 days.
Yeah.
It's going to be over too fast, but I'm looking forward to it. So, so here's the thing is like, we talk to you about products on Wednesday, and then they're on sale until we talk to you about products on the next Wednesday. And next week, we won't be here to talk to you. So, there's two things that are going on with that. Like, we're going to show off some new products and maybe some old products and stuff today. But it's not going to be the 15% off for a week thing, because if we did that, it'd be 2 weeks anyway. And some of the products we're about to show off to you, I still have to get up online. So I don't know when that's going to happen.
This is kind of a preview.
This is a preview. But to keep you tided over until I can get these online, which again, hopefully is before I go on break. I know we just had 4 business days. That's plenty of time. I couldn't do any business related things yesterday starting at midday because I was helping customers with patterns, and that happens. And so the balance of everything means I don't know when things are going to get done. We'll see. I still have a picture of a new Ito color, which we could even talk about today or tomorrow, that two refill colors / feel like new colors, because it's been a while since we've had them in the shop and they look better than before. And I took pictures to put them up online and say, this is fantastic. I took that last Friday and it hasn't happened yet. So yeah. Okay. But long story long, it is also to tide you over. I'm being all like suspenseful. To tide you over. Wait, are you doing? She's doing log cabin. We'll talk about that if there's time. Okay. I'm squirreling. I still am gonna get there. To tide you over, today is the last day of August. Today is the last day of sad face. Today is the last day of our 5-year anniversary month. So why not have a flash sale? Yay! We're looking at numbers from past years, and I think that's the only thing that explains what happened in 2018. We were celebrating 1 year in business, and we probably had the biggest day we'd had so far.
Yeah, you
and I
were
probably
jumping up.
I probably lost my everything because we had a really fantastic last day of August. I'm not pushing for that today, but I would like to offer a flash code sale for the online shop. Call the shop if you want something that is not online, but no, we may be a little busy. And we're gonna offer 25% off site-wide. Doesn't apply to any help for people who walk in or Ravelry patterns, because that's not us. That's us getting it from an outside source. But 25% off with the code August. Super simple, right? We were thinking about all kinds of other codes.
We were,
but we weren't gonna be able to make it work. Like sad face, like August sad face emoji, you know. But I don't know if emojis can work. So August sad face, but August. So, the word August in the online shop today, all the way through till midnight. And I don't know which midnight it is, if it's midnight our time or East.
I think we've had some go through like
they might
later,
like the
midnight, whatever time zone you're in.
Yeah, I'm not in charge of that. Just err on the side of caution if you're worried about that. But I have a code and it's supposed to work through August 31st. So, my online system interprets that how it will. But use that today, save 25%. The things we show you, you can wait to see if they get online today, but I cannot guarantee that any of this is going to be online today. I can try. I cannot.
Kind of has a long list of stuff to do before. Yesterday, while she was doing lesson and computer work in the morning, I wound up doing everything else in the shop.
I don't think I ran a single sale yesterday. We had a decent day. I didn't do any of it.
And
I
today
might have said
she's
hi
going
to a couple
be
people
on the computer all day.
Probably. I'm going to try to be helpful too.
I might leave you the phone if it
Okay.
gets busy.
Okay.
That way, you know, I can help people. And
No. If you're helping customers in the shop, I should have the phone. Absolutely. So let's start with, we just got this in yesterday, just in time, because the official online sale date for the newest pom-pom is today. And I've already taken the cover photo to put up the online listing. I may not be able to embellish the online listing, but I'm gonna try to get it there today. It's one of my first tasks apart from going to the post office. If anyone is waiting for a package, I'm going to take stuff to the post office today. This is called The Art of Abundance. It is I think, what are they calling this? The autumn 2022 issue of Pom Pom. We kind of breezed through it yesterday because we couldn't sell it yet, but we looked at it. I think there's a lot of sweaters that are DK weight in it. There's a shawl that is worsted weight that I want to use one of these other yarns for, but I'll need like 7 skeins of it. And I don't want to take that many skeins away from you all. So that's a hot maybe still.
When we were looking through it, there was a lot of ooh.
Right? Like this one's fingering weight. Ooh. And I have a fingering weight yarn back there, but I don't think I want to use it to make a sweater. Like this one that I just showed off has color work, and there's actually little crisscrossy stitches with holes. Little itty bitty, not like, oh my gosh, you can see everything. This is I know it's really too far away for y'all to see. I'll try to put some promo pictures online if I can. This is the shawl. It's got leaves and cables, and it's super pretty.
It has an applied border, which I thought was kind of cool. Oh, you were kind of,
that may push me more towards the cowl I want to make.
It's
I think that's beautiful.
It's like a very embellished half because you do the yarn over increases, and then once you finish, you go back and you pick up the stitches to do the ribbed
border. That, I mean, I'm not saying don't do that. I'm just saying I don't know if I have time for it. The sweater on the cover, which is DK, they have 2 examples inside. They have one in a really pretty blue as well. And there's a lot of cables in this, which cables make me really happy. I have so many projects going already. This one has it almost looks like a rose type flower or something with lots of petals and robust, almost like a ranunculus type flower. And then lace work up above it. There are socks in this one. There's
a beret or a tam.
There's a cardigan made out of Aran weight with some color work in it. There's a tam that uses some mohair in it.
It's very pretty, either visually textural with the color work or like the inset cables and stuff texturally.
So yeah, it's a lot of here's another pullover that's got a lot of color work in it. I think they've been beefing up their part of their 10th anniversary, which was last edition. Here's a different beanie. So there's more than one beanie in it. Because I went by the mohair one before. This one's a sport weight. I think part of their push at their 10-year anniversary, these are now bigger. The format is bigger, and I think there's more patterns in there than there has been.
And I want to say it's a cookie.
It's a cookie
for the treat.
Oh, I'm like, how is this a cookie? I'm so confused. I'm gonna go back to that. Oh, this winnow cardigan looks like it's got wheat stalks in it.
It's one of my favorites.
That's really pretty. I don't make a whole lot of cardigans. I've made a couple, and I'm kind of over cardigans, but that almost makes me want to make a cardigan. This is the one with the mohair. It's got little. Again, it's hard to see. I'm not gonna keep holding up because then I won't have time to finish this episode. But it's got bottles in it with maybe non-mohair. Yeah, there's always a couple of articles in here about knitting things or adjacent things, right? So there's an article about how fast fashion habit became woven into her sense of identity. This woman who writes and draws attention to our perpetual desire to consume, abundance, and lack. So I think it's about being online all the time and that kind of stuff. That's always a debate. Stitching magic. There's one about embroidery on textiles, which is kind of cool. Again, the knitting and crocheting adjacent. I can't remember if any of these patterns are crochet.
I'm off the not top sure of my head. I saw any, but
yeah, there were 2 in the last issue. Off the top of my head, I can't see any are beadwork in terms of embroidery and textiles. This is the cookie is the biscuit. There's biscuits with lots of icing. There's always a food item, and it does look really yummy. Yeah. And then we head into all the patterns. So fantastic. I want to say we retail these. I don't have the price tag on them. I want to say they are just under $30 at this point. They're not quite up to 30. They're in the high 20s because of the larger format and shipping from the UK and more stuff in it. But hey, if I get it up today, you could save 25%. So there's always that. So that's the first yummy thing we have. I'm gonna go to a yummy that we got new colors of. Juniper Moon Bud is a chunky cotton. It's organic Peruvian cotton. And it's this textured, if I hold that up, it's this super textured, like it's like one strand thick and one strand thin, and it gives it this little bubbly effect. And we have a really great color palette online, and they released some new colors. So we got a couple of ones that are more non-traditional. Like we've got some jewel tones and everything. And then these just look like fun. And it's really hard when you shop online with Knitting Fever or anybody online right now, because that's how most people are doing it from yarn stores, to see what the color is going to be. But this is just so much fun. These I can try to, these I might have more luck getting up online than a whole new yarn. So we'll see. But I want to say, since this is a 5 bulky, there's 109 yards. I usually go with like, this is about 100 yards. It's a little bit more. But when I'm doing math in my head, 100 yards of yarn in one skein. So whatever the yardage of a pattern calls for, divided by 100.
We often, like, people use this for like baby blankets. And we've had several people do it's the Chevron baby blanket.
It's the Espastrico Chevron baby blanket.
And
I think it's called something a little different, but yeah.
I think it's written for a thinner yarn.
It's written for worsted,
but just people have bumped up the needle and used, you know, some of them have gone all out with 10 or 11 of them. And you just knit until you run out and change color, or you know,
or decide how many stripes, how many rows you want in your stripes and stuff. So we have neutrals, and like I think there's a couple colors we're low on that are back ordered, but these new ones are super pretty. What are we retailing this for, Liz? $13.50. Okay, so this is $13.50. Realizing those, I forget what the price is going to be on them, but I'll look it up.
We're so prepared today.
How was that different than any other day? I did some things to get ready, kind of, and I made you do some things to get ready. So what's the name of your color?
This is Aloe Vera. It is green.
It's a nice emerald green. I feel like
you could use it as a Christmas green. I mean, everybody's got a different opinion of what color.
I mean, that might be considered. Is that considered a Kelly green?
It could be.
I have such trouble with Kelly green. I had an idea in my mind of what Kelly green was, and then people came in and shattered it. So
I would class it as a Kelly Christmas.
You're right.
It's green.
All right.
It's pretty green.
This one is called Smoke Bush. And it's a purple. It's not quite an eggplant purple. It's not quite a royal purple, but it's kind of in between the two. Like, I really like it.
It's almost like a grape.
Yes.
Like grape Kool-Aid.
Yes. It could work for a grape Kool-Aid purple. I don't think we had a purple yet. We had teal and we had like a slate blue. And so we brought in and these are rich colors. The ones we chose to bring in, they have introduced even lighter pinks and blues for like the baby colors and stuff. When we went with the rich saturated colors, because we already had a pink and a blue, and they were light but intense, like not powdery, right? But we didn't go powdery. Instead, we went with the more robust colors. I like the non-traditional baby colors if you're going to do a baby thing. So what's that one?
This one is
awesome.
Japanese maple. And it's kind of a rosy pinky red.
Yeah, it's kind of like we have like a garnet in the heritage that's very similar, where it's not quite a pink, it's not quite a red, it's not quite an orange. It's like, but it's nice. And I'm assuming Japanese maple, there's some overlap like with people's ideas of that color.
Yeah, it's like a red maple tree, but the colors have kind of faded. Naming
yarns is a lot like naming paint chips of colors.
Oh yeah.
At a paint store. It gets a little crazy. But okay, so I have Hearthstone out here because I want to start. I might save that till tomorrow. I want to pick some neutrals to do my super simple log cabin shawl, my new one, out of. But I don't want to overlook, we got 3 new yarns from Juniper Moon. I'm so excited about them. And I don't know when I can get them online, but I want to tell you about them before we go on break, just in case we can get them online before we go on break. And one of them, oh my gosh, one of them is so deluxe. It comes in a box. Look at that.
It is.
It doesn't come in a bag. It came in a box.
It's my vacation knitting.
Liz is gonna make a sweater out of this.
I did. Okay, just so you all know, because I will get accused of bogarting like nobody's business. I got 2 of like 4 different colors, so there's still plenty. I didn't bogart all of it.
I'm almost choking.
I thought about bogarting, you know, like a whole color, but
she thought about it.
Thought about it.
Well, I got an extra box of one of them in ordering. I say extra bag, but it came in a box. So, and like the box, look, we got the little, like you can see what color, the little peek window on it. So here's the deal with this. This is Saxony. It is it's mostly cashmere. You want to read some stats?
I can read some stats.
I'm gonna make her work. It's a lot of cashmere, but people think of cashmere, they think of like the silky, super fine sweaters. It's not super thin. It's right in the middle. It's lovely. Go ahead.
It is 75% cashmere and 25% extra fine merino. 75%. You get 120 yards per 50-gram ball. They're recommending a US 7 to 9 because it's gonna fluff nice.
It's a worsted weight, basically.
They're recommending an I to a K hook. We are retailing it for $33.75.
And okay, things to note. It's 50 grams rather than 100. It's very fluffy. But if you're thinking about 100-gram chunks, this would be 240 yards for 100 grams. But keep that in mind. It's only 120 yards per ball. So if you're making the math to figure out what project you're going to make, 120 yards per ball, worsted weight, it's 50 grams. For that much cashmere, it's kind of awesome.
I will say,
she's petting it.
It's so soft.
And what's really cool about this is not something that I usually think of when I think of cashmere. It's kind of tweedy and it's kind of beautiful.
It's so soft.
And I'm really, really excited. Like this one is Pewter. It's like it's really a charcoal gray, but it's called Pewter. This is the box.
It will also like ruin all yarns for the rest of your life.
Your hands will have to get used to roughness again.
And by roughness, we mean like super soft.
Can you
merino.
see that ply? Like it
is so pretty.
It's kind of like a 2-ply. It's a loose ply, and a loose ply means so there's more than one ply in it, but it's very loosely combined, which keeps the softness extra soft. When people say, well, I want a yarn that doesn't pill. You want a yarn that's really tightly twisted to keep the friction, to overcome what friction is going to do to a yarn. And the issue with that is the tighter the spin on it,
the not soft
it can counteract any softness. Like some merino will still stay soft when there's lots of plies and they're really twisted, but some won't. Some will get a little harder, but they'll last longer. So this is like the happy medium of all of it, I hope. You know, I haven't played with it yet. I'm going to play with it on break. I'm going to play with this color.
That's Oxford. It's like the deepest, darkest blue.
It's deepest, darkest blue, but it's got the Tweedy Flecks
It
are
does.
kind of like the Tweedy Flecks in Jody Long's Alba.
Yeah.
And that some of them have a little bit of color to them.
Yeah.
Like this one is grays and maybe a little bit of browns in the Pewter one, the charcoaly one. This one has some brighter blues and some lighter colors in it, the Oxford. It's just, I think I'm going to make a triangle cowl out of 2 of these with a pattern by Melanie Rice. Check out social media for that because I think it's going to be really pretty. Like this is the one I wanted to make that shawl from the pom-pom, but I would need like 7 of them. And then even with an extra bag of this one, extra box of this one, it wouldn't be leaving all that much for y'all. So, Are you picking out the colors you're using? Are you using this one?
No, I'm pulling out the 3 grays because we didn't actually get black.
We got off black.
Yeah. Their black is called obsidian and it's kind of off black.
Obsidian, it's not like truest, darkest black of night. It's really, we would call it an off black. It's a really, really, really dark. It's like the anthracite in some of other Juniper Moon yarns.
It has brown and like a creamy flex. Like it's not.
So this is the off black and this is the navy.
And on camera.
And on camera right now, we can't see a difference. I'm going to hold them closer so you might be able to see. I'm going to do my best when I put pictures up online to show the different colors and what I think they, how they look. The other, so we had the pewter. And what's this one?
Abalone.
Abalone is like a nice light gray.
Yep.
Then we have, I love greens. This is Feldgrau.
Field gray.
Okay. Then.
Well, Feldgrau, but
is that kind of a German field gray or something?
Field gray.
It's a nice olivey, sagey something green. I like green. I like greens.
We have Bordeaux, which has kind of a
Bordeaux or Bordeaux or
Bordeaux.
Bordeaux. It's the Bordeaux. Hey, sorry.
It's red.
It's red. It's dark red.
But it has a brown hue to it.
It does. It's like a muddy burgundy. I love it. And then the flecks, really, the flecks have a brighter red to them.
And there's some burnt sienna.
It matches your dress.
It does. The dragons.
We're not gonna have time for much more than this yarn today. Y'all are gonna just have to wait till tomorrow. We'll continue previews of yarn tomorrow.
We have
2 brownish ones.
We have ochre.
Is that ochre?
Yep. Okay. Ochre is
it's like a kind of washed out yellow. Like an ochre paint, or it's almost veering towards like
a khaki.
Yeah,
brown.
I was about to say like a burnt, like not a burnt, a raw umber or a raw, but no, it's not. Yeah. Never mind.
And then we have chiffon, which is like cream.
Yes, the chiffon one is very much like cream or wheat.
Yeah,
I would say. And then this one that's jasper. Oh yeah. Jasper is our orange. This is like a burnt sienna, but a little more fiery orange. It's like a burnt sienna and a pumpkin orange.
It's a really pretty pumpkin.
Merged. Yeah. So for all you fall lights out there, this could be a lovely color. And the flecks in it, there's a little bit of a more brash orange, and there's a little bit of yellow, and there's all kinds of fun flecks in here.
The last one is Columbia, and it's a medium.
It's a nice classic blue, I think.
Yeah.
A little brighter.
Denim.
Yeah. Denim classic. It's a little brighter though than when I think of those. Just a hint brighter.
Want to say my sweater.
It does.
Is those.
Oh.
2 blues, a green, and a gray.
Awesome. So the Saxony, we wanted to talk about other yarns today, and there's about 5 minutes till the shop needs to open, and that's what you get for working on projects while we're not really. But we got to open the shop, and this one is so lovely. Just to
as one of our knitters would say, you can feel it in your soul how wonderfully soft it is.
Did they say it, or did you say it, or what?
No. Shout out to Megan. She feels yarn in her soul.
2 we hope to talk about tomorrow. I'll try to get them up online because today's the 25% off. Know that again, 25% off with the word August. That's it. Know that while we're gone over a break, we'll probably have an online sale, but only for what's in the online shop. Because if you try to call here to get it, we won't be here. We won't. But I can try to get some of these up in the online shop before we talk about them tomorrow, so you can save money today. But the ones we will talk about tomorrow is Mallow by Juniper Moon Farm, and it is wool, alpaca, and a little bit of elastic. It's just got this fluffy, chunky texture. And then Harriet Fine, new to us, not a brand new yarn. The other 2 are brand new to us. We will revisit these for yarn of the week when we get back at some point, for product of the week when we get back. We couldn't not tell you about these. Harriet Fine is a fingering weight alpaca and polyamide. So that's like, it's got the stuff that if you wanted to make socks out of it, it might hold up a little better than just alpaca. but this is so soft and wonderful. And I love this color, but I'm probably going to knit with a yellow because we got a sample in it. And then I'm going to make a shawl.
A sample in it?
Yeah, we did. In yellow, in the gold. I will show it to you when we get off camera.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, ooh, but. And even though I'm crocheting with a nice gold, I'm probably going to make something with this because I have an extra. And I'm not going to dig into.
We have a sample twist. I thought we had an actual sample.
No, sorry.
I was like,
Wasn't being clear.
No, it's still
We
too
got sample
early.
balls.
Breakfast is left. Water hasn't been drank.
I haven't had my Danish yet. Yes. Okay. So we'll try to talk about these tomorrow. We also have new yarns from Barocco that we could try to talk about tomorrow. And we have maybe leftover from last week talks about storage for things.
We have lots.
We have things to talk about. We'll see what we get to. Tune in and find out. And if we're having an online sale while we're gone, I think we'll announce it tomorrow, but it won't go into effect until Sunday. So I have to figure that out. Not a thing. Okay. Y'all have a good day. Enjoy 25. I will do my best to get this video out as soon as I can and get a post up on social media about the sale that is today only. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Look what she did.
On a K hook.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fingering weight on a K.
The fiber space fluff's just so pretty.
We'll talk to you later.
Like, subscribe, ring the bell, all the fun stuff.
We hit 1,200 subscribers.
Yay!
1,500 we'll have another sale. Ish.